find the domain and range of the function h of x is equal to a negative 7 absolute value of x. Let's first analyze a negative 7 absolute value of x. Absolute value graph is a V. That's one of our common graphs. Then we have negative, which means to invert or to reflect, and 7, which will condense the graph. So here's an example here of y equals the absolute value of x. Then the negative reflects, which means it flips it down, and the 7 narrows it. So the graph should look something like that. We need to choose the domain of the function. Domain is x value. So looking at the x-axis, we have a negative infinity goes all the way to a positive infinity. If we wanted to look at the range, which is the y-axis, then notice that it only goes to 0 on the y-axis. So we're going from a negative infinity to 0. So here the answer would be a negative infinity to 0 for the range, and the domain would be a negative infinity to infinity. Now, for those of you that like to use the calculator and you have a TI-81, TI-83, or 84, I will show you how to do the same thing. First of all, you go to y is equal to, and then we want to put in a negative 7, and to get to absolute value, we'll go to math, over to number, and you see ABS, that's absolute value for number 1. We'll enter that and put an X, enter, and graph. Notice it comes up with the same thing that we have. So that's a shortcut of finding a negative 7 absolute value of x. Now you can use this graph and determine what your domain and your range will be.